If you feel like, what am I doing? I'm showing up daily, I'm doing the work, I'm doing the meditations, I'm doing the mental reset, I've got my food, I've got this. It just kind of feels like nothing's actually changing except the things that I'm doing. I'm not seeing any results to respond to or know that I am on the right path or all this. You might be in a little bit of the void, and it's a period of time where the universe, it feels, gets really quiet before it makes its moves. And I think, in a way, it's not a test. The universe doesn't test us, it reflects us. So, what's happening on the inside during this time is that you are putting in the work, you are showing up every day, you are doing all this stuff, but you're still addicted to the proof that that is the right thing instead of just simply deciding that it's the right thing to do. Like, full stop, period. You are still waiting for the confirmation that you're doing the right thing from the outside world. And so I think in this time, the universe can feel really quiet and seem really quiet because it's waiting for that clicking moment for you to understand that what you're doing is it. That what you show up every day to do is the thing that is changing your timelines, that is moving the fabric of reality, that is entering you into this newer space. And you just have to submit to the timeline and trust that it's happening all in perfect timing and in the right time for you to learn these lessons on the way. And I think, know that this time is also really hard, but also good, because what happens before this is typically what can look like a lot of chaos. It can look like a lot of blocks being cleared, a lot of aha moments, a lot of like, oh, that's how I realized money was whenever I was younger, and why I grew up with this belief that I no longer want to have and I want to shift it. This is why I have a relationship with creativity or work or doing deep work or whatever, and that's not actually how I want to feel. I want to shift it. Like, all these things will come up, and like, lots of stuff feels like it's coming up so that you can mirror that. Big financial things might come up, getting new HVACs, getting like all this stuff can start to mirror a lot of the reflections that the universe is hearing you say, hey, I want to jump into my highest timeline. I want to jump into this new next wave. I'm ready. I'm putting in the work. I'm doing the stuff. Universe is like, okay, you still need to clear this and this and this and this. And those can feel really, really loud and really big and really like, oh, was I ready for this? But you are ready for it because it happened and you've moved through that. And then it's like this calm before the storm. It's like this silence. And I feel as though it could be really easy to take the silence as something's wrong. I'm not doing something right. I'm still kind of messing up. I'm still like, I'm not meditating enough. I'm not getting into the flow enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not enough. It's like that I'm not enough wound can trigger, or maybe even potentially a I'm doing too much trigger of I feel like that's a little harder to explain in this, but they're both the same thing because it's basically signals to you that you are too much or too less of something. And so that can signal whenever things are silent, and it's basically one of the last ego deaths that you're going to have in this phase of the transformation that you're about to embark on. You'll probably have lots of other ego deaths in other ways as your life progresses and as you progress into new things, but for this specific transformation that you're embarking on and like up against and like so close to, this is an ego death. It's the last little bit of control that you feel like you need to have in your circumstances and situations. It's the last little bit of believing that anything that you're going after, any goal that you have, is like the thing that's going to get you the stuff, when in reality you are the thing that gets you the stuff. I don't know, that sounds like gibberish, but that's what's coming through. You are the thing. You are the one that has all the magic, that has all the energy, that's doing everything. You're the one. And there might be still a small piece of you who is attaching your worth and value to the goal, to the clients, to the work, the money, the views, the outside. There's still a small piece of you that might be the ego that's like, but I want people to see me succeed. I want to see myself succeed. When I succeed, I know I'll be on the right path. You have to know you're on the right path to succeed. You just do, deeply. No one, that's how, like, rock stars become rock stars. You know what I mean? Like, someone who is a rock star deep to their core performed the way that they perform in front of, 3,000 people, 5,000, like however many. I don't go to a lot of concerts or any really, so I don't really know the numbers of big stadiums. But the same way that they perform in like a really big group is the same way that they're going to perform in a room of 300, is the same way that they performed, a group of 10, 12 people in their early days. Like, that's what gave them a name. That's what, and maybe it's not all the same. They're also on their journey and finding their voice and figuring out their songs and their style and whatever. But the people who are true deep down rock stars didn't just suddenly come out to, 60,000 people watching them on stage and it's like, oh, this is it. This is it. They came out and was like, this is such a cool experience, because this is just a reflection of how much my music has touched all these people, and they knew and embodied that as they were making the songs, as they were creating the value for the people. They, channeled the energy of the 60,000 people that they could relate to, that they could bring value to and fun. And that's what the void, this quiet time, all the blocks are cleared, all the stuff, you're still wanting a little bit of that goal to mean something about you. It doesn't mean anything about you. You make it mean something. You come first. You are the magic. You are the one that brings the energy of the rock star to any number of people that you see. It doesn't have to look like that on the outside to feel like that on the inside, and actually embody it and continue showing up for it every day. And you are the first person you need to show up for. And I think when you send that signal and you keep doing it, it's just inevitable at that point. And can't you find the non-void feeling of that inevitability? Can't say that, but you know what I mean. Like, whenever you break it down into that and you just know it's inevitable, and you know that you have to embody it first and you have to feel it first for anyone else to find value or feel that from you, and that it's right there, like, the feeling is relaxed. And just knowing that it's coming, knowing that you don't have to do anymore, the too much or too little wound goes away. I mean, that's just another block that you've cleared, is I'm not too much. I'm not enough. I am doing exactly what I need to do. And if you're in a stage, I feel like that you do feel like you're not doing enough or something, like really, really question that. What more do you think you could be doing? Like, I've, I honestly don't feel like I was ever doing enough until I committed to these daily YouTube videos. And for so long, it just felt like the capacity for that would never be there. Like, that felt like way too much. Little bumblebee just said hi, so that's significant to you. Um, and yeah, I thought the capacity wouldn't be there for these videos until I just started doing them and realized, oh, this is why I always felt like I wasn't doing enough. It's not that I wasn't doing enough. It's that I was still trying to find that click, alignment, embodiment into place that gives me energy before anything else comes in from it. Honestly, like it is so a butterfly. You all know that's significant. I actually have a butterfly story. I'll share in a minute if I didn't just lose my thought. Oh, doing these daily YouTube videos gives me energy before anything happens with them. Truly, like to go on my walk, even on good days, it feels great. It feels easy. It's like, oh, I could do like everything today. On harder days, it continues to show me that I can control my mood, which was a video I just did recently, and gives me energy, gives me clarity, gives me a message that I need that I can then give. It's just so much more than I thought it would be, and it's making me feel relaxed. It's making me feel like I'm doing enough, and like there's so much. My chickens are in the woods. They're not too far in there though. I can't let them get out of sight. But yeah, you just, if you feel like you're in the void, relax into knowing that everyone goes through the void. You are doing enough. You're not doing the wrong thing. You have to tell yourself it has to come from you. You are doing the right thing. Whether the money's coming in, whether the views, whether like everything outside, full stop. You have to truly believe that you're doing the right thing, or nothing is ever going to see you in the way that you want to. And you kind of hope that it doesn't, because if you then latch on to, oh, this is what gave me that good feeling, instead of just coming from me, you've then put it onto an entity that you have to keep chasing. And who wants to do that when it's all coming from you? Like, it's like you are giving the permission slip to feel good to a third party and being like, money, when I make this much of you, then I can feel this good. I can feel this good now. Like, shipping cost is too high for something that you already have. Okay. And the butterfly story. The other day I was on a walk and kind of feeling this void, and if you are new on the channel or you didn't see the one video I mentioned it in, I just have a really big significance with butterflies, even if it's a little cliche. I just feel like the universe has always kind of spoken to me through butterflies, and not even just the one, like, I still see them in the winter, like not the ones outside, but like in a photo, in someone's branding, and like online, like places I'm supposed to find. I'll still find them, even if it's not the season for it, but even when it is. they just feel significant to me. And I was, yeah, just in that void a little, and I was like, I know there's something here, but what, like, why do I feel so hopeless? You know, what needs to be revealed to me? Why do I feel so alone? And so, just in this void, when I know that's not how I typically feel every day, you know, what's coming through here is what I was kind of asking. And I kid you not, a lot of butterflies will just directly cross my path, which is a big signal to me, as I'm thinking about things on my walks and stuff. And so it'll be like, okay, I just need to pull out my phone and like voice note myself this idea or this concept or this revelation. Oh, I've got 4 out here, so I had to make sure I saw them all. I kid you not, the voyage day, as I was literally thinking, like, why do I feel so alone? Or like, nothing's moving. A butterfly literally was going to cross my path, came up and like brushed my face. It felt like a little kiss and flew away. And I feel like I even mentioned, like, I just love the kisses of butterflies. And I just meant it metaphorically, but it literally kissed me as I was just thinking about the void and, like, why does it feel like nothing's happening? And it felt like the universe saying, like, this is just the quiet before the storm. We're still here. We're working hard. You're doing a lot. We're doing a lot. Like, you know, you're almost ready. And I just truly feel that. And it just felt like, you know, it's you. And also just that you need to release the timeline. Which is kind of a form of the detachment I've been talking about here and there, which I definitely have a full video on just detachment if you're interested in that. And I have a 21-day self-paced self-trust series, 21 days of audios for self-trust activation. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, I also have options for that linked down below. So yeah, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.